He laid down his armor and left, silent. After hearing her cruel words, blaster bolts sizzled past Hale's helmet as he slammed into Lieutenant C.V. Ral, driving her scaled body behind a bulkhead. Her claws scraped his armor. "Sergeant!" He pinned her down, rifle barking, return fire. Two attackers crumpled, Kratari raiders, their cloaks flickering out. A third lunged from a side vent. Hale rolled, fired from the hip. The raider's chest exploded in green ichor. Silence rang in the corridor. Hale hauled CV up. Her left arm hung limp, plasma burn blackening her uniform. "Bridge is forward," he grunted, slinging her good arm over his shoulder. "Lean on me." She hissed pain but nodded. Her frills quivered, Vayari stress signal. Hale kicked open the hatch. Medics swarmed as they staggered onto the bridge. Commander Threck's call spun from the tactical holodisplay. "Report." "Ambush in Sector 7, Hale said, easing CV into the command chair. "3 hostiles down, ship secure," Call's mandibles clicked approval. "For now." Kratari boarding probes hit 3 decks. Humans plugged the gaps. Bridge crew, Vayari officers in sharp blue-eyed Hale, whispers rippled. A human saving their lieutenant? Unusual. CV straightened, waving off the medic. Her golden eyes locked on Hale, frills flared wide. "You," she snarled, voice carrying to every station. "Paid traitor, you lured them here for your Terran credits." Hale froze, Bridge fell silent. "What?" His gauntlet clenched. "You think I miss your delays in drills, your advice that weakens us?" CV rose, pointing a claw. "Confess, human, prove your loyalty, or I space you myself." Crew leaned in. Call watched, mandibles still. Hale's jaw tightened. He drilled with her for months, shared rations, patched her gear after sims. Last week in the officer's mess, her claw had brushed his hand, lingering. Now this. "Lieutenant." His voice stayed level. "I just dragged you from plasma fire." "Convenient," she spat. "To play hero after betrayal, speak." He met her gaze. Saw the test in it, Vayari way, verbal dominance to forge bonds. But humans didn't spar with insults, not like this. Hale reached up, unclipped his alliance patch, Terran Vayari emblem, gold thread frayed from wear. He slapped it on the deck, then the chest plate of his armor. Thud, Greaves next, piece by piece, until he stood in undersuit and boots. Crew gasped. "I'm done with your sector, Lieutenant." He shouldered his rifle. "Duty calls elsewhere." He walked out. Bulkhead hissed shut behind him. Call's voice boomed over intercom. "Sergeant Hale. Report to quarters. Confined until you remember your place." Hale didn't break stride. Quarters were 2 decks down, fine by him. Juno Park waited in the human bay, sharpening her vibroknife. His squad's second, Korean stocky, eyes sharp as her blade. "Boss!" She stood. "Bridge cams leaked. She call you traitor?" Hale nodded, dropping onto his bunk. "Publicly after I saved her ass." Juno snorted. "Vayari bullshit. They claw fight for respect. Words are their knives. Doesn't make it sting less." He rubbed his neck. CV's touch last week, had it meant nothing? Alarms blared, red lights pulsed. "Battle stations," Juno said. "Kratari fleet inbound. Call needs us." Hale crossed arms. "Confined. Bull, patterns say he'll crack first." She tapped her wrist comp. "Scans show 20 corvettes. Our guns outrange theirs, but boarding parties swarm like roaches, without humans holding corridors," Bulkhead hissed. Call stormed in, frills rigid. 2 guards flanked him. "Sergeant," Call's voice grated. "Kratari overwhelm us. Your team holds the vents. Now." Hale stood slow. "Lieutenant Ral cleared me." She retracts nothing. Call leaned close, breath hot with chem scent. "But I need your normal endurance. Vayari tire after hours. Humans, you fight days. Prove alliance worth it." Juno smirked. "Tell her that." Hale grabbed his rifle. "Gear up, Corporal." They hit the corridors running. Blaster fire echoed. Kratari shrieked from grates. Hale led Juno's squad, 6 humans armored tight. They sealed a breach, grenades blooming orange. "Flank left," Hale yelled. He charged, boots pounding deck. A Kratari slashed his pauldron, claws sparked off ceramite. He bashed its skull. Rifle butt cracked bone. CV's voice crackled on comms. "Sector 9 falling, humans," Hale keyed in. "On it." Silence. Then, "Sergeant Hale." "Alive, Lieutenant." He blasted 2 more. "You." Her breath hitched. "Deploying." They met at the junction. CV's arm bandaged, plasma rifle hot. Her squad, Vayari elites, faltered behind barricades, frills drooping. Kratari poured in, 20 chitin armored. Hale slid beside her. "Your dominance play cultural." She fired down one. "Test. Loyal warriors endure insult, return stronger." "Not human." He covered her blind side. "We call it betrayal." A Kratari grenade arced. Hale tackled her again, second time today. Blast rocked them into a nook. Pinned under him, her scales warm against his undersuit. Heartbeat thrummed through both. "Sergeant, Marcus," he met her eyes, gold flecks swirled. "Trust isn't proven by knives, it's shown in fire." Her claw gripped his arm, not push, hold. "Marcus, I erred." Explosions rattled, Kratari closed, he grinned fierce. "Translate that to action, cover me?" She nodded, frills perked. "Always." Hale surged out, rifle roaring. Juno flanked right, grenades flying. Sivi's squad rallied, her snarl ignited them. Vayari precision lashed with human grit. Kratari broke, fleeing vents, deck cleared, bodies smoked. Sivi touched his shoulder, claw lingered. "You returned after duty." His hand covered hers, rough palm on smooth scale. "And more," Call's voice cut in. Hull breach forward. "All hands," alarm screamed louder. Ship shuddered. Hale squeezed her claw. "Together." Her frills flushed violet, Vayari bond signal. "Together." They ran into the storm, backs guarded, trust reforged in plasma and pulse. But the fleet closed, and one corvette's torpedo glowed hot on scans. Hale's comm crackled. "Sergeant Hale, report to tactical immediately. Lieutenant Rowell demands your presence." He killed the channel without reply. Fingers tapped the override. All Vayari contacts rerouted through Commander Call. No direct lines. Not after her public spectacle on the bridge, calling him a glory hound deserter in front of the crew. Her frills flared in that Vayari dominance ritual. Test of loyalty, she'd claim later. Betrayal to him. Squad first, always. Juno sidled up in the armory bay, mag rifle slung. "Boss, Sivi's pinging everyone, thinks you're dodging." "I'm not." Hale snapped open a weapons crate. "Gear check, suits on, lock it down." His squad moved like clockwork. 4 humans, Park, Ramirez, Lee, and Twitchy New Guy Ellis. No chatter. They stripped rifles, cycled power cells, ran diagnostics. Hale hefted his own SA-77, barrel gleaming under the red emergency strips. Seals checked. Vitals synced to HUDs. He palmed the lockdown fob. Bulkheads hummed shut, sealing the bay. Gear secure. Squad ready. Alarms blared. Deck lurched. "Comms jammed," Juno barked, slapping her helmet seal. "Pirates, maintenance shafts lighting up on schematics." Hale's HUD flickered. Kratari raiders, scorpion-tailed bastards from the outer rims. Shipwide blackout hit. Lights died. Emergency glows kicked in, painting shadows long. Explosions rocked forward sections. Hull breach confirmed. "Form up," Hale roared. "Civilians first, Park, Ramirez, port corridor." Lee Ellis starboard, evac to auxiliary seal 3. "Move." They burst into the corridor. Panic swirled. Vayari techs clutched data slates. Human liaisons herded wide-eyed aides. Screams echoed as pirate claws scraped vents overhead. Hale's rifle led. First raider dropped through a grate, tail lashing. He put 3 rounds center mass. Green ichor sprayed, body thumped down. "Go, go," he waved the cluster past. Juno grenaded the vent, blast sealed it. Sivi's voice pierced the static. "Sergeant, my squad's pinned." "Open this deck." Hale shoved a stumbling civilian through the hatch to seal 3, locked eyes with her across the crush. Gold-flecked glare, frills rigid, no answer. He punched the civilian override, hatch irised shut. Her claw slammed the panel outside, denied. "Codes," she snarled through the seal. "Hail the codes." Through call, he snapped back. Squad protocol, no exceptions, even for her. More claws skittered. Pirate squad breached mid-deck. Hale pivoted, rifle barked. One down, legs twitching. Juno flanked, shotgun booming. Civvies funneled in 20-30 heads. Safe. Hale slapped the final lock. Green light, explosions chained closer. Ship groaned. Pirates poured from shafts, energy lances glowing. Kratari clicked raid chitters, tails coiling for strike. "Regroup Alpha," Commander Call's voice boomed over suit net. "Human detachment hold midship," Hale keyed squad Chan. "On it, Park, cover civvies, rest with me." They charged the junction. Lasers scorched bulkheads. A pirate lunged at Juno, tail barb gleaming. Hale tackled it midair. Armor thudded. He drove elbow into its thorax. Crack. Rifle butt crushed the skull. Icor slicked his visor. Sivi's squad fought ragged nearby. Vayari precision fire, elegant, deadly arcs, but pinned. Her snarl cut through. Flank left, suppress. Hale ignored, pushed his line forward. Lee hosed a cluster. Ramirez lobbed frags. Pirates shattered, carapaces cracking under human volume. Aliens stared, Vayari frills twitching at the raw output. Humans didn't dance, they drowned. Call dropped in via dropshaft, plasma pistol spitting. Hale breach sealed forward, but engines. Pirate corvette clamped the hull, torpedoes live on scans, ship twisted under grapples. Sivi broke cover, ran to Hale's flank unbidden. Claw grazed his pauldron. Marcus. Together, he shrugged it off. Squad holds, you hold yours. Her frills drooped, violet flush fading. Hurt flashed in gold eyes, but no time. Pirates swarmed the engine access. Hale led the breach, booted the hatch. Inside, boiler room hell. Pipes hissed steam. Kratari engineers sabotaged conduits, tails whipping. Fire! Hale yelled, squad poured lead. Vayari added lancing beams. Pirates fell in heaps. One latched Hale's leg, barb pierced armor seal. Payne lanced calf, he stomped. Crunch. Juno yanked him clear, patching sealant. CV covered his blind side, her pistol down the next. Claw gripped his arm, not test anchor. Not without you. He met her gaze, ship bucked, torpedo warning screamed, trust flickered, but words first, always words with her. Call barked orders. Detachment to bridge. Override pirate locks. Hale nodded to squad. Lamed leg burned, but he ran. CV matched stride, her frills perked tentative. No dominance now, partnership, corridors blurred. Pirates mined the path, tripwires glowing. Juno spotted patterns. Trap left, swing right. They vaulted debris. Hale's HUD pinged, civvies secure. Gear locked, squad tight. Bridge hatch loomed, pirate squad guarded it. 6 heavies, lances primed. Call's voice, for the fleet. Hale grenaded the door, breach. They stormed, bullets hailed. Vayari beams sliced. CV down the leader, precise headshot. Hale mowed the rest. Bridge cleared, consoles sparked. Call punched overrides. Comms up, fleet inbound. But scans lit, corvette undocking. Torpedo salvo away. 3 fish hot and closing. Hale braced at tactical. CV slid beside him. Claw brushed his Marcus shields. He rooted power, human jury rig, overclocked relays, shields spiked. Impacts rocked, hull held, call gripped console. Evasive, good work detachment. CV turned to Hale, voice low. I tested, publicly cruel. Vayari way dominance proves bond. Not ours. He wiped ichor from visor, leg throbbed. Loyalty's action, not knives. Her frills flushed deep violet, claw tightened. Learned, translate, I guard your back, no tests. He covered her claw with gloved hand. Rough synth over smooth scale, pulse synced, ship stabilized, fleet signatures bloomed, Juno smirked from Aux station. Boss, she's staring like staring? Shut it, park. But Hale's grip lingered, torpedoes dodged, pirates fled, call exhaled. Dead owed, Sergeant. Hale nodded, duty done, but CV's gold eyes held more. Betrayal's scar faded under fire's forge, trust rebuilt, not assumed. Alarms quieted, yet scans pinged faint, pirate scout trailing, engines strained. One more push, CV leaned in. Together, Hale grinned. Translate to action. They synced rifles, squad flanked. Ship accelerated into the void, bonds tighter than hull plating, but the scout locked weapons, chase hot. CV's claw slammed the service hatch shut behind Hale. Dim conduits hummed. Red emergency strips pulsed along the narrow passage. The deck shuddered, pirate scouts railgun grazing shields. Return to my command, Marcus Hale. Her gold eyes locked on his. Frills flared crimson. Voice echoed sharp off bulkheads. Hale yanked off his helmet. Sweat stung his eyes. Leg wound throbbed from the breach fight. He leaned against a coolant pipe. No, she stepped closer. Scales gleamed under the strobing lights. One claw gripped his arm plate. Ship accelerates, scout locks torpedoes, you withdraw, my squad fractures. Demand obedience. He shook her off, gloved hand flexed. You accused me publicly, traitor to the crew in front of call, my squad. Vayari frills twitched, she hissed low. Test passed, bond proven. Not for humans, Hale straightened, bulkhead groaned, another hit. One condition, say it, word for word. CV tilted her head, crest ridges flattened. Condition? I accused you falsely. He stared her down, pulse raced in his ears. Alarms blared distant from the bridge, her mandibles clicked. She paced the tight space. Claws scraped deck grating. Viari do not beg, we reclaim. Say it. Hale crossed arms, no yield, silence stretched, ship lurched, evasive burn kicked in. CV braced against the wall, frills darkened to indigo. I accused you falsely. Hale nodded once. Tension eased a fraction in his shoulders. Good, progress, she straightened, claws extended. Now ritual, accept my dominance restored. Voice dropped to a guttural chant. Weak scale clings to false honor, crawl back, Terran worm, or rot in your hole. Hale froze. Heat flushed his neck. What? Insult apology. CV's eyes widened fractionally. She pressed on, script rolling out. Your soft flesh bends under true claw, kneel or I strip your rank before call. He backed up a step, passage narrowed, her words hit like shrapnel. Betrayal scar ripped open. That's your apology? Vayari way, she advanced, claw tapped his chest plate. Prove loyalty, submit verbally, bond seals. Hale's jaw clenched. Bridge comms crackled in his earpiece. Juno's voice, boss, scouts painting us, torps hot, where you at? Coming, he shoved past Sevi. Shoulder clipped her frill, she recoiled. Wait, her claw snagged his harness. Ritual unfinished, say the response, your dominance crushes my doubt. No, Hale spun, grabbed her wrist, firm, not cruel. That's not trust, that's chains. Her frills collapsed, gold eyes flickered, confusion, then hurt. But, script demands, scripts break. He released her, helmet tucked under arm. Action translates, guard my back, no more tests. Deck bucked hard, sparks flew from a panel, hull breach alarm wailed. Hale bolted for the hatch, left her standing, claws empty, ritual words dying on her tongue. He sprinted down the corridor, boots pounded, air thick with ozone. Squad rallied at the forward airlock, breach teams prepping mag seals. Juno slapped a patch kit onto a venting line. Boss, shields at 40%, pirates boarding, scouts corvette class, grapples incoming. Hale slotted into the breach line, rifle cycled. Calls orders, Juno grinned fierce. Hold the lock, human rigs by time. Sevi burst from the passage, rifle slung, frills neutral gray. She fell in beside Hale, no words, just synced her stance to his. Hale glanced, met her eyes, nodded. Together, together. Her claw brushed his rifle stock, steady. Grapples thudded home, airlock groaned, pirates breached, scaled raiders, not Vayari, insectoid claws gleaming. First wave poured through. Hale fired, burst stitched the lead border, it crumpled. Flank left, Juno rolled right, grenade lobbed, flashbang popped, 2 down, Sevi pivoted, her plasma rifle spat azure bolts, pierced armor clean. Patterns, they cluster vents, Hale adjusted. Suppress high ground. He poured fire up the breach tube. Pinned 3, deck vibrated, Call's voice boomed over shipwide. Detachment holds, fleet ETA 5, no retreat. Pirates pushed. One leaped the barricade, Hale met it midair, buttstroke cracked mandible. Juno's shot finished it. Sevi covered Hale's reload, her claw steadied his mag. No false accusations, guarding. He slapped the mag home. Loyalty's action. Grinned through the visor smear, wave 2 hit. Heavier armor, Hale's squad laid suppressive fire. Vayari Marines synced, Sevi barking vectors. Human overclocks hummed, shields flickered but held. A pirate slipped through, lunged at Juno, Sevi intercepted. Claw raked its throat, Ichor sprayed, she kicked the corpse aside. Juno blinked. Thanks, LT, Sevi nodded curt. Frills edged violet, pulled Hale behind cover as slugs whined. Hale sighted, dropped the shooter. Dead even, her mandibles flexed closest to a smile. Building, alarm spiked. Third wave, elite borders, powered exos. Bridge feeds showed scout ramming vector. Call, evasive failed, brace collision. Hale keyed squad net. Punch through, clear the grapples. They surged, Hale led point, rifle barked. Pirate elite staggered, Sevi flanked, plasma melted its joint. Juno mined the deck, explosion rocked. Grapple sheared, pirates recoiled. But scout closed, torpedoes inbound again, shields buckled. Hale hauled Sevi down, blast wave hit. Bulkhead warped, lights died, emergency reds kicked in, she coughed ichor dust, claw on his arm. Marcus, ritual, forget it. He pulled her up, eyes locked. You said the words. That's enough, frills flushed deep, not dominance, something softer. Human way, strange, strong. Juno patched comms, fleet signatures, but scouts kamikaze run, collision in 2. Call, detachment to bridge, overload forward arrays, human jury rig. Hale ran. Sevi matched stride, squad flanked, passage lights flickered. Pirate stragglers picked off en route, bridge doors hissed, call gripped command throne, scans blazed. Sergeant, power us through. Hale dove to tactical, rooted aux batteries, human hack bypass safeties. Emitters screamed overload. Sevi slid beside, claw on his. Rooted Vayari backups, synced pulses, scout loomed. Collision klaxon wailed, shields peaked. Arrays fired coherent burst. Pirate hull cracked, debris bloomed, fleet arrived. Lasers carved the wreck, silence fell. Alarms cleared, call turned. Det doubled, Hale ral. Hale exhaled, Sevi's claw lingered, pulse synced again, rough synth, smooth scale. Juno smirked from aux. Boss, she's staring again. Shut it. But Hale didn't pull away, Sevi leaned close, voice low for him. Translate more privately? Heat rose, leg wound forgot. After duty, deck steady, bonds forged, but long-range ping, pirate reinforcements. War not over, chase reignited, together. Explosions rocked the hull. Hale braced against the corridor bulkhead as pirate grapples latched onto deck 5. Red lights pulsed. Boarders inbound, starboard vents, Park reported, rifle up. 10 signatures, heavies leading. Hale scanned the deck. Scuff marks gouged the grating, wide treads from armored boots, fresh plasma heat bleed warping the metal strips. They'll funnel here. Junction narrows to 20 meters. Park, we trap it. Park nodded, slapped a demo charge onto the overhead pipe. Claymores on the bends. Motion triggers, triple stack, Venzel channel the blast. Hale keyed his squad HUD, marking kill zones. Juno rigged the recycler exhaust, flash and choke 'em. Corporal Park, Juno to the team, grinned sharp. Humans first, boss, aliens watch and learn, CV's voice cut comms. Sergeant Hale, commander orders fall back to core decks, preserve detachment. Hale ignored it, trap armed, he waved the squad into cover. Hold fire till the heavies commit. Footfalls thundered closer, pirate shadows loomed in the junction haze. First heavy lumbered in, plasma cannon whining. Scuffs matched, overheating vents dripped slag. Hale squeezed the remote, claymores ripped, shrapnel shredded armor. Flash burst from the recycler, choked the rest. Squad rifles barked, pirates crumpled. Clear, Park called. Bodies steamed, Hale advanced, rifle sweeping. One Vayari Marine lay twisted amid the pile, friendly, caught in the crossfire. Leg mangled, frills limp. Medic! Hale dropped beside him, pinned the bleed with his field kit. Marine rasped, claws twitching, comms crackled. Call, detachment, fall back now. Reinforcements punching through midships. No, sir. Hale hoisted the Marine over his shoulder. 200 kilos, Vayari bulk. Pain lanced his leg wound, but he locked it down. Got one of yours, moving him out. CV, Sergeant Protocol demands, protocols flexible. Hale charged the corridor. Pirates flanked from a side hatch. Park laid, suppressing fire. Boss, you're dragging dead weight. Not dead. Hale fired one-handed, dropped a border. Marine groaned, clung. Squad covered the hall to the lift. Lift doors jammed, sparks flew. Pirate breaching charge hummed beyond. Stuck, Park grunted, prying. CV appeared at corridor end, tactical pad glowing. Override. Her claws danced code. Doors hissed wide, then shrapnel erupted. Pirate grenade vectored wrong. CV dove aside too late. Fragments tore her side, Icor spraying. CV! Hale shoved the Marine inside, spun back. Pirates poured through the breach. He dragged her in bodily, rifle chattering. Doors sealed, lift dropped. She slumped against him. Frills dulled, claws gripped his vest. Icor slicked his armor. Squad, safe, Park patched the Marine. Vitals dropping, yours too, LT. Hale ripped open his medkit. Pressure here. He bound her wound, hands steady despite the shake. Lift dinged medbay, doors parted, docks swarmed. Treat her first, Hale ordered. He lowered CV to the deck, then the Marine. Docks hesitated, Vayari protocols prioritized rank shipmates. Hale blocked the lead surgeon. Lieutenant Ral saved my squad, she bleeds for us. Her first, surgeon claws flexed, nodded, team hauled CV to a bay. Hale stepped back, watched the doors cycle shut. Park clapped his shoulder. Stubborn, boss, but smart. Call stormed in minutes later. Sergeant, explain defying orders. Hale stood tall. Saved 2 of yours, sir. Trap held the line. No brag, facts. Call eyed the bays. Scans hummed beyond. Marine stable, Ral, critical but holding. His gaze hardened. Your humans fight like no others, but loyalty, proven, Hale cut in. Trap predicted from their scuffs and heat. We adapt, Call grunted. Bridge needs you, pirates massing for counterboard. Hale nodded. Park stayed with the wounded. Hale hit the lift alone. Thoughts churned, CV's claw on his in the bridge, now her blood on his hands. Betrayal lingered from her public accusation weeks back, words like knives in Vayari right. He'd withdrawn cold, but she overrode that door. Bled, bridge doors parted, consoles blazed, pirate fleet signatures swarmed scans. Call gripped his throne. Sergeant. Forward arrays again? Modified. Hale slid to tactical, rooted power human bypass. Emitters at 130%, but flank vectors. CV's station pinged empty. A junior officer manned it. Hale paused, her claw sync gone. Call leaned in. Ral's ritual words to you before the scout. Vayari bind with dominance challenges. She tested. You refused abandon. Now this. Hale keyed overrides. Test passed both ways. Scans spiked. Pirate heavies closed. Fire, Call barked. Arrays screamed. Hulls cracked, but borders slipped through. Dozens now core decks. Alarms wailed. Infirmary breach, Park's voice. Hale bolted, corridors blurred. Pirates overran medbay outer. He slid into cover, rifle hot. Park held the door pinned. Marine inside groaned. Cover! Hale flanked, dropped 2. Park yanked the hatch. Inside, chaos. Docks down, bays open, CV's empty, blood trail led aft. She's moving, Park hissed. Grabbed a sidearm. Hale followed the trail, service ducked narrow, Vayari-sized. He crawled, rifle slung. Voices ahead, pirate guttural. CV's rasp, yield, blaster whine. Hale burst through. CV pinned a pirate, claws sunk, but three more circled. Wound reopened, ichor pooling. He fired precise. Pirates dropped. CV sagged. He caught her. Stubborn. Protect. Bond. Her frills flushed faint. Claw on his arm, gentle now. Med teams arrived. Hale carried her back, ignoring protests. Doc sealed her this time, no argument. Hours later, ship steady. Pirates rooted, fleet closing support. Hale stood vigil outside her bay. Call passed. Debt tripled, she wakes soon, talk. Hale nodded, entered when cleared. CV propped up, frills perking. Wound bandaged tight. Eyes locked his. You bled for my squad. Hale pulled a chair close, no accusations. Translate loyalty, her claw extended, hesitant. Vayari test harsh, public cut, proves fealty, I failed, assume human break. He took the claw, rough synth against smooth scale, pulse synced faint. We don't assume, we act. Frills deepened. Strange, strong, claw tightened. More, private lessons, heat rose, leg wound throbbed forgotten. Pirates pinged long range again, flankers, pressure mounted. After duty, he leaned in, lips brushed frill, her breath hitched, Juno's voice crackled outside. Boss, call wants trap 2.0, borders regrouping. Hale stood, CV's claw lingered. Together. Always. Deck shuddered, chase far from over. But trust rebuilt, blood price paid. Now what did her bleed truly mean? Juno slammed the door panel. Boss, calls calling full staff, pirates flanking hard, 3 corvettes inbound. Your liaison status just got political. Hale gripped the bulkhead, CV's claw slipped from his. Her frills twitched, alert now. Go, I follow when cleared. He nodded once. Leg throbbed under the seal, but he moved. Juno fell in step. Corridors hummed with klaxons. Crew scattered, Vayari tails lashing urgency. Bridge doors hissed open. Call loomed at central holotac, claws tapping projections. Pirate signatures blinked red, closing fast. CV's officers clustered, eyes flicking to Hale, whispers cut off. Staff Sergeant Hale, Call's voice boomed. Your humans hold engineering, report. Secure, Hale said. No breaches, pirates probed weak points, your squad plugged them. CV entered behind. Wound sealant gleamed on her side. She took station without a word, frills flat. Call grunted. Good, but rumors fester. Accusations from Lieutenant Ral, pirate payoffs, data leaks. Debrief now, clear the rot. Hale's jaw tightened. Bridge fell silent. Officers leaned in, tails coiling. Goal, force truth, force chain of command. Not rumors, Hale said. Accusation, public on open comms, I demand mediated debrief, full logs, commander witnesses. Call's spines rose. Bold human, this is Vayari vessel. My detachment's blood bought your hull. Hale stepped forward. Juno flanked him, silent backup. Write the chain. Liaison reports to you. No overrides from Ral or any officer. Ink it now. Murmurs rippled. CV's claws flexed on console. Call eyed her. Lieutenant, she straightened. Logs exist. Present them. Holotac shifted, timestamp scrolled, sensor feeds, Hale's suit cam, comm pings, financial traces, no outbound bursts, no credit flows. Pirate drone wreckage matched Hale's rifle signatures, 3 kills, point blank. Proof, CV said, voice steady. Sergeant Hale took no payment, transmitted nothing. Pirates targeted him first, bait for us. Officers shifted, one hissed doubt. Why accuse then? CV met Hale's gaze, frills flushed faint blue, regret. Vayari custom, loyalty test. Hale held her eyes, pirates closed 2 minutes to range, but this mattered more. Teach me, here, now, in front of them. She hesitated. Bridge tension spiked. Call waved, weapons free, hold fire. Vayari prove bond through cut, CV said, claws extended sharp. Public verbal strike, accuse harsh, if subordinate breaks, traitor, if endures, loyal, I struck, assumed human frailty. Hale nodded, absorbed it, then faced her officers. I rejected all of it, no test needed. Humans act loyal or not, no games, no public cuts. Gasps echoed, tails thrashed. One officer snarled, insult, he spits on tradition. CV's frills darkened. Loss of face loomed, her test failed, now rejected. Call growled, enough. Human competence saved us thrice. But chain. I reassign, CV cut in, voice projected. Effective now, I transfer as support officer to Staff Sergeant Hale's detachment, direct under his tactical lead, for duration of campaign. Bridge froze, officers gaped. Reassignment downrank, public demotion. Her claws trembled faint, Call's spines flattened. Lieutenant Ral, Commander, request formal. She saluted crisp. Pirates demand unity. Human methods integrate. I learn, ship survives. Hale watched her. Heat stirred respect deeper now. She risked rank for him, for them. Call paused. Holotac pinged. Pirates in weapons lock. Approved, written, now fight. Alarms blared. CV moved to Hale's side, her station linked to his wrist tack. Orders, Sergeant. Flankers first, Hale barked. Your drone screen left. My squad hits vents, board and burn. Juno relayed. Humans dropped into positions. Vayari drones swarmed. Pirates fired, plasma grazed hull. CV's claws danced console. Drones pierced shields. Hale's team vented corridors. Boarders spilled out choking. One corvette cracked. Two fled. Cheers erupted, but long-range scans lit. Pirate carrier massive. Reinforcements spawning. Call turned. Hale, your play. Deck shuddered again. CV pressed close. Her frill brushed his arm, warm, intentional. Together. Hale synced tacks. Trap 3.0, your customs taught me one thing, endure. We hit their spawn bays, hard. Juno patched in. Boss, patterns match. Carrier's weak ventral, your leg good. Leg's fine. Hale glanced at CV. Her eyes held his trust rebuilt, intimate now. Claw grazed his hand under console, pulse quickened. Pirates massed, pressure crushed. But her choice bound them. Rank lost, but bond gained. What price would victory demand next? Hale prepped drop pods, CV strapped in beside him, her breath synced to his, frills perked, ready. Pods launched, hulls screamed, pirates loomed. Inside pod, darkness close, CV's claw found his. Private lesson later, human way. Heat flared. Duty first. Pod hit vents. Breach alarms wailed. They poured out humans precise, Vayari ferocious. Boarders met them. Blaster fire crisscrossed. Hale dropped 2, leg holding. CV shredded 3, claws flashing, wound ignored. Juno called flanks. Clear left, push core, they carved through. Pirate grunts fell, human endurance, Vayari speed, synced lethal, carrier core exposed, generator hummed vulnerable, Hale planted charges, CV covered, frills wild, protective. Evac! Blast primed, pods away, carrier bloomed fire, wreckage scattered, fleet cheered over comms. Call, dead eternal Hale, Ral welcome to dirtside tactics. Back aboard, medbay again. Hale's leg resealed. CV beside, no protests this time. Officers passed, nods now, no whispers. Her reassignment stuck. Loss of face, they saw strength. Alone, door sealed, CV leaned in. Frill against his neck, soft, electric. Translate more? Hale pulled her close. Scale met skin. Lips found frill base. She shivered, clawed gentle on chest. Human loyalty, he murmured. Acts, protects. Her breath hitched. Vayari learns, bonds deeper. Heat built. Hands explored, careful over wounds, trust physical now. Klaxon faint, distant scouts. Campaign raged, but here betrayal ashes, respect forged, romance ignited. Juno calmed soft. Boss, calls got new intel, big push incoming. Hale eased back, CV's eyes gleamed, promise held. Duty, they said together. Deck waited, bond unbreakable. Pirate remnants probed, fleet tightened. Pressure peaked. What hidden custom would test them next? Hale lunged forward, baton cracking against CV's extended claw. She twisted midair, frills flaring blue, and raked back with precision that sliced his sleeve but spared skin. Training bay echoed with thuds and hisses. Too slow, Sergeant, she said, landing light. Her voice carried that Vayari edge, sharp, testing. Hale rolled to his feet, breath steady. Speed's your gift, endurance mine, again. They circled. Drills ran paired now, prepping for the big push. Call demanded synergy after the carrier kill. Hale's squad integrated deeper, Juno on flanks, him glued to CV. But trust rebuilt inch by inch. Last betrayal's scar lingered. She fainted high, he blocked low. Contact sparked, her scale grazed his forearm. She froze. Boundary, Hale nodded. Touch okay there, next intimate, save for off-duty. Her frills pulsed violet, amusement, relief. Vayari marked territory with scratches, light one signal pair bond. He tapped his collarbone. Human equivalent, kiss or hold, signals same. Show, she stepped close, claw tracing his jaw featherlight. Hale held still, warmth spread. Good, now language, no public barbs. They read as dominance challenges. CV's eyes narrowed, golden slits gleaming. My culture tests loyalty through cuts, words sharpen claws. Learned that hard way, he smirked, baton up. But humans protect quiet, actions prove. They clashed again. She shredded air, he absorbed, countered, sweat beaded on his skin. Her vents hissed rhythmically, synced breaths built rhythm, goal, flawless breach sim. Conflict, old habits clashing, outcome edged closer, trust in motion. Juno whistled from the sidelines. Looking tight, boss. Pirates won't know what hit him. Drill ended. Hale wiped his brow. CV's frill brushed his shoulder, deliberate, soft. Progress. Damn right, he grinned. Squad brief in 10. Alarms blared as they exited. Red lights pulsed. Scouts inbound. Pirate probes vectoring our flank. Call's voice boomed over comms. Liaison team to pods, intercept that leak. Hale, your point. Hale sprinted to armory, CV matching stride. Juno slapped mags into his vest. Patterns say inside, job again, watch your 6. Pods launched. Void battle brewed, pirate corvettes nipping at supply lines. Hale's team dropped on a derelict buoy intel hub. Pirates swarmed it first, blasters chewed hull. Flank left, Hale barked. Juno peeled off, CV shredded a border, claws eviscerating armor. Hale's leg burned from old wound, but he pushed. 2 pirates pinned him in corridor. Comms crackled, leaked coords matched his pod exact, betrayal. Again, he dropped one with burst fire, second lunged, knife out. CV appeared, frills rage red, ripping throat. Mine. Hale yanked data core. Got it, pirates knew my vector, someone sold me. Back aboard asterisk, Vanguard asterisk. Debrief heated, call loomed, mandibles clicking. Leak confirmed, your pod alone targeted Hale. Eyes flicked to Sub-Lieutenant Vorak, CV's rival. Tall Vayari, frills scarred from lost duels. He'd pushed her reassignment, whispered against human weakness. CV stepped forward, claws extended. Vorak, confess, he snarled. You shame us with Terran pets, leaking proved your disloyalty. She struck, not lethal. Pinning hold, cuff snapping. Treason, leaked to pirates for my fall and Hale's death. Call's gaze hardened. Evidence, Hale slotted core, logs flashed, Vorak's signature on pirate burst. Here, he pinged them mid-launch, crew hissed, Vorak thrashed. Necessary cut. She bonds below station, CV faced call. I arrest my own, submit myself for review. If my judgment flawed, punish me. Protect Hale's squad, no retaliation chains. Silence gripped bridge, call nodded slow. Bold, review granted, escort him to brig. CV saluted, frills dim. She met Hale's eyes, steel under vulnerability. Juno muttered, she's all in. Hale watched her go, pressure mounted. Pirate big push loomed, fleet intel said carrier swarm. His squad needed her tactics, needed her, night watch cycled. Hale planted at CV's door. Quarters sealed for review. No one in, no one out. He leaned against bulkhead, rifle across knees. Juno rotated shifts, but he stayed longest. Footsteps echoed, crew passing, stares lingering. Whispers of Terran guard dog. He ignored. Duty. Protection non-negotiable. Hours blurred, fatigue tugged, comms silent, then soft chime, CV's voice strained. Hale, he thumbed except first ring. Here. Review ends dawn, Vorak confessed under truth serum. Pirates paid him relics for coords. Hale gripped comm tight. You stopped it, squad safe. Pause, her vents sighed. Cost face again, Vayari see submission as fracture. Not fracture, strength, he pressed palm to door. You chose bond over dominance, that's loyalty. Frills hummed through metal, warm hue. Human translation saves me, stay. Till dawn, he settled back. Her presence pulsed faint, steady, trust rebuilt. Inches to miles, dawn broke with klaxons, call calmed. Ral cleared, big push hits now, 3 carriers escort wings, Hale CV breached the lead. Pod screamed out. Hale strapped in beside her. Frill grazed his hand, boundary crossed, deliberate. Together! Battle ignited, pirates poured fire. Vanguard danced weaves, Vayari agility unmatched. Hale's squad hit hull. Breaches sealed with human grit, Vayari claws, deep core. Generator thrummed. Guards swarmed. CV flashed ahead, shredding 4. Hale covered, leg screaming, dropping flankers. Juno yelled, boss, ambush right. Explosions rocked. Pirate elite augmented brutes. One pinned CV, crushing claw. She roared. Hale charged, tackled it off her. Punches landed, human knuckles cracking exosuit. It swung wild, he endured, drove knife home. Blood-slicked deck, CV rose, frills blazing, protected. Always, charges planted, evac rushed, pods away, lead carrier bloomed, cheers erupted, back aboard, med bay hummed. CV's claw splinted, Hale's leg braced, Juno grinned. 2 for 2, humans tank, Vayari slice. Call entered, flawless but probes say more, shadow fleet masses. CV leaned into Hale, subtle, scales to skin. Next test. He squeezed her uninjured claw, heat flickered. Romance simmered under fire. Then calm burst, pirate Hale, Vayari voice. Ral's pet dies next, we buy better traders. Eyes locked, betrayal's echo, who sold now, pressure crushed. Bond held barely. Hale's breaching charge detonated with a skull-rattling boom. Shrapnel pinged off his squad's shields as the hatch vaporized. "Stack up!" he barked, boots thumped in sync. Juno gripped her rifle beside him, eyes scanning thermals. Pirates swarmed the engineering deck, hulking Kraven raiders, exo-armored and snarling. They poured plasma from barricades. Hale's visor lit with red blips. 20 hostiles minimum. Generator core pulsed behind them, sabotage rigs already clamped. Suppress left, bound right. Hale led the push. His squad fanned out, human discipline turning chaos to grid. Short bursts chewed barricades. No wild sprays, no panic. They advanced 5 meters, then 10, leapfrogging cover. A Kraven brute lunged from a vent, vibro axe swinging. Juno sidestepped, put 3 rounds through its visor. It crumpled. "Clear," she called. Hale vaulted a console, knife out. Close quarters favored humans, relentless, adaptive. Vayari sliced with grace, but Terrans ground enemies down. He drove his blade into a raider's neck joint, twisted. Hot blood sprayed his gauntlet. Another charged. He shoulder-checked it into bulkhead, finished with boot kick and point-blank shot. Juno flanked him. "Boss, core's rigged, 30 seconds. Charges hot." Hale slapped breaching putty on the generator housing. Pirates rallied, elites with shield drones. Explosions rocked the deck. His legs, still braced from last breach, buckled under a glancing plasma hit. Pain flared, but he fired through it. "Frag out!" Juno lobbed grenades, drones popped. Elites staggered. Hale's squad closed the noose. Disciplined volleys dropped them. Last pirate begged in guttural Kraven. Hale ignored it, yanked sabotage rigs free. "Core secure, evac now!" Pods thundered in. They piled aboard as Asterisk Vanguard peeled away. Engineering retaken, ship lived. Open comm crackled mid-extract, CV's voice, sharp, unyielding. "Negative, Commander, no orbital strike. Hale's squad holds the line," Call growled back. "Ral, speed demands sacrifice. Fire now, flush them out." Hale gripped his harness, breath steady despite the burn in his leg. CV's frills would be flaring on the bridge, scales taut. He pictured it, her claws slashing air, defying orders. "They retake engineering clean," she snapped. "Human grit seals it. Your volley glassifies my allies. No." Silence stretched. Call relented. "Fire control yours. Prove it." Pods docked. Hale hit the deck running, squad behind. Cheers echoed corridors, Vayari crew slapping claws to human pauldrons. Juno smirked. "Heard that? Blue balls saved our asses." Hale nodded once. No words, not yet. Bridge doors hissed open. All eyes snapped to him. Call loomed at command, mandibles clicking. CV stood tactical, splinted claw bandaged, frills half lowered. Tension thickened the air like smoke. He had walked out 2 shifts ago. Silence after her words. Pirates hailed. "Ral's pet dies next." Bridge erupted in suspicion. Vayari eyes bored into him. Liaison turned liability. CV turned first. Her voice cut deepest. "Prove your hide, Terran, or shed the patch. No pets on my deck." Cultural test, Juno whispered later. Verbal dominance weeds weak bonds, but it shattered something. Hale unpinned his alliance patch, Terran Vayari emblem blood-earned, and left without retort. Duty pulled him back now. Shadow fleet inbound, no choice. He crossed to her station. Crew watched. Juno hung back, rifle slung. CV met his gaze. Frills twitched, regret, calculation. Her splint gleamed under lights. Hale unclipped the patch from his belt, held it out, palm up. "Pin it!" Murmurs rippled. Call's optics narrowed. She hesitated. Claws flexed, then took it. Her uninjured claw brushed his armor, deliberate, warm scales to cold plate. She pressed the pin home right over his heart. Firm, public. "Protected," she murmured, Vayari rumble low for him alone. "Always." His hand covered hers a beat longer. Heat sparked. Bridge exhaled. Call grunted approval. Liaison restored. Probes confirm. Shadow fleet jumps in 12. 3 carriers, wings thick. We hit first. Hale stepped back, squad forming up, but CV's claw lingered on his pauldron. "Joint posting, my tack to your infantry, permanent." Eyes locked. Scar tissue pulled, her accusation echoed raw. Trust rebuilt in fire, not forgotten. He nodded. "Together." Alarms wailed. Pods prepped for the next breach. Hale turned for the hatch, CV matching stride. Her frill grazed his shoulder, boundary crossed again, deliberate. Pirates bought traitors, let them come. This bond translated deeper now. Juno fell in behind. "Patterns hold, boss, but watch her barbs." Deck shook. Shadow fleet arrived early. Hale's squad sealed the pod, CV strapped beside him, claw in his grip. Next test. Survive it. Battle ignited anew. Pirates swarmed screens. Vanguard wove through fire, Vayari agility dodging kill shots. Human grit would hold the core, a carrier loomed, guns hot. CV coordinated, fire lanes green, breach on my mark. Hale squeezed her claw. Romance simmered, forged in betrayal's forge, but whispers lingered, who sold the intel, pressure mounted. Bonds scarred but unyielding, pods screamed out. Hulls cracked, they hit as one. Deep in the carrier's engineering, guards swarmed. CV shredded three with claw strikes, frills blazing. Hale covered, dropping flankers. Juno yelled, ambush starboard. Augmented brutes pinned Juno. Hale charged, tackled one off her. Punches cracked Exo. Knife plunged. Blood slicked. CV rose over him, guarding his back. Loyal, he grinned through pain. Translated. Charges planted. Evac rushed. Carrier bloomed behind them. Cheers erupted on comms. Back aboard, Medbay hummed again. CV's fresh cuts bandaged. Hale's leg rebraced. Call calmed. Flawless. Fleet breaks. But probes pinged. Reinforcements massed. Pirate Lord's reserves. Juno tracked patterns on her pad. Bad incentives. Someone feeds them our jumps. CV leaned into Hale, scales to skin. Subtle claim, he squeezed back. Trust rebuilt inch by claw-marked inch. Call's voice cut in. Joint posting approved. Hale Ral lead the counterstrike, prove the scar worthless. They rose together. Bridge awaited. Hale pinned her Vayari honor tab to his sleeve, public now. Her frills flared pride. Doors opened. Crew parted. They walked out side by side, Bond carrying the weight. Shadow fleet reformed. Bigger push inbound. Hale's hand found hers in the corridor, heat flickered, betrayal's echo faded under fire's roar, but Juno's whisper trailed, patterns off, watch the commander. Alarms blared. Next breach called, they ran together, scarred unbreakable.